Hello, this is Cat's Diamond Painting. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've joined me here before. Oh, note to self, must not swing around in the seat. I do it automatically and it's going to be distracting. So I'm here today to film a video just about my plans for 2026 in diamond painting. This has become a little bit of a trend, I think. I see a lot of creators doing similar videos and I really enjoy them. There's something satisfying about us all planning out our hobby time for the year, or at least to a degree, because I do like to keep it quite fluid. I did do a similar video last week. This is Charlie, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know him. So I did do a similar video last year. I think I just said last week. I'm distracted by seeing my own face in the camera. So I'm going to quickly review how I got on with my diamond painting plans for 2025, and then I'm going to talk about what I have got planned, just what my goals are for 2026, and then I can check in again this time next year and see how I did. I don't have a microphone, so I'm hoping that the sound's okay on this video. But yeah, let's get going. So last year I put up a video about my diamond painting New Year's resolutions for 2025. So I'm going to just quickly cover these off. I think I did tick off most of them. It's been a reasonably successful year for diamond painting for me. So yeah, I said, right, I was going to do the monthly mini dazzles. Sorry, you'll have to ignore me looking down. I've got my iPad here with my notes. I had a set of monthly mini dazzles, with pictures for each month, January through to December, which I plan to do on a monthly basis, and also Diamond Art Club's calendar I had last year that I plan to do every month. And also I just said more small projects in general, get the thrill of completion more often. So I've done okay with this. I did the mini dazzle set for every single month. I did get behind at one point, but I caught up again. I'll be showing the last few of those in my Q4 review, which I'll put up in a few days' time. I gave up on the Diamond Art Club calendar. I did the first month and then I went to do February and I just thought, no, I actually don't really want to do this. It's not my style. It's they're really fun if that's what you like, but they're very much single place round drills. You know, they're not in a grid, so you can't multi-place. And that's just not my jam. So I did give up on that one, but I consciously gave up on it and decided it wasn't for me, rather than just, you know, not getting it done. And I did do, I think, including the monthly mini dazzles, I think I did 3 sets of mini dazzles during the year. So I did do a few smaller projects and a few more just small diamond paintings. And then point 2 was to finish my current whips as of then. And I wanted to get them done by April, because April is when I do my end of year review. If you're new around here, you might wonder why I'm talking about doing a Q4 diamond painting review and not an end of year review like everyone else does. It's because I started diamond painting in April 2021, so I've just done a yearly review every April for, hey, chomping on my hand, for, you know, my anniversaries of diamond painting essentially. So I did get all of the whips done that I had at the start of 2025 during 2025. I got a lot of them done by April and the rest I finished a bit later on. I wanted to try at least one new to me company. I was talking about places like Oraloa, maybe Carrot Art, and Jaded Gem Shop. And I did try Jaded Gem Shop because point number 4 was to start my comparison project. And I did do that. So I'm doing a comparison project with 2 versions, 2 different renders of The Apprentice by Cat Fedora, both from Jaded Gem Shop. And I've got several videos on that if you want to check out that series. I'm a little over halfway through now. And then I had, what kits did I most want to work on from my stash? Sorry, Charlie's scratching the chair behind me. And I mentioned All Things Become Love, Running the Distance, Secret Temple, any of my Richard Lorenz kits. I did do Running the Distance. I didn't work on any of the others, including, I don't think I've done a Richard Lorenz kit this year, which is scandalous because he's my favourite artist. I said, get my stash in order, do a big D stash to spring clean and let go of some that I know I'll never get to. I've done various D-stashes through the year. Yeah, my stash is definitely bigger now than it was at the start of 2025. So I really do need to do something about that in 2026. find more small shops to support and try, particularly pens and trays. I wouldn't say I've done great on that. I have tried a few. I've in fact got a tray downstairs right now that I ordered ready for my next small shop showcase. But I have been a bit more of a creature of habit this year. I have tended to stick to the ones that I know I love. Then I had plans for this channel and TikTok. I was going to do an updated stash video. I have not done that. Maybe real-time ASMR videos. I have not done that. I was going to do more day in the life type videos. I've done a few, but not for a while now. And I was considering vlog type videos for YouTube, but I haven't got around to it. I have put my face on YouTube several times this year, so that was a bit of a barrier for that. I'm gonna keep trying on that. I would like to do vlog type videos, but I don't know. I think I worry that my life is a bit too samey. And then I had some plans for the shop, but I haven't set any goals around that this year. So I'm just going to ignore that. So yeah, I'd say I did fairly well against my plans for 2025. So now let me flick back into my other note. I have to remember to look at the actual camera bit as well, so my eyes aren't going in the wrong direction the whole video. Okay. So first off, some stats about my year of diamond painting. So as I've just said, I actually do my end of year review videos in April, so I kind of tend to count my year of diamond painting from April to April, but I thought it'd be interesting anyway to see what I did in the calendar year of 2025. So I have 14 finishes in this calendar year, and that's literally just flicking through my phone album and looking at things that I finished during this year. So there might be things I started before, which is pretty average for me, pretty typical. There's quite a few small ones in there though. Charlie, come on, mate. Get your tail out of the way. I also had a look at some YouTube stats, and I have uploaded 98 videos so far this year. This one will be my 99th, and that makes me really want to put up another one for around 100. But I don't think I'll get to doing another one, but you never know, maybe I'll feel motivated tomorrow. I have had, thank you very much for all of this, you guys, 172.2 thousand views this year. That's a little bit mind-blowing. And my most watched video, oh Charlie, my most watched video this year, I had a little over 9,000 views for my 10 paintings I can't bring myself to work on video that I put up in August. That was a fun video. I really enjoyed that one, and then everyone's comments on it, and yeah, I guess you guys liked it because it was my most watched video. So that's maybe something I'll do an update on in the future when hopefully things will have changed. Hopefully I will have brought myself to work on some of those. Okay, so that is my review of 2025 done. Let's get on to talking about plans for 2026. I'm not sure if you can hear Charlie purring. He's just settled on my lap, but at least he's not sticking his tail in my face anymore. Apologies, by the way, that I don't have a nice fancy backdrop. I put this board behind me thinking, oh, that'll work. And of course it only fills a tiny part of the screen. I don't have anywhere in my house with like a nice neat backdrop. I'm filming in my office, and this is the best I can do. So yeah, this is me. This is real life, folks. I live in chaos most of the time. Okay, so here are my plans, hopes, aims, goals, however you want to term it, for 2026 for diamond painting. And I think all of my goals this year are actually specifically to do with the hobby of diamond painting rather than for this channel. I mean, for the channel, my hope would just be to carry on as I am, really, keep trying new things when I can, hopefully keep growing the channel, you know, welcoming more of you to my subscriber count. And yeah, just kind of keep doing what I'm doing. I would love to be able to say I'd like to put up more videos, I'd like to do this, I'd like to do that, but I have to be realistic about the fact that the channel is not my job, and there's only so much time that I have free to put into it. And you know, frankly, after I've been working all day, I don't necessarily feel like filming, so there are weeks when I don't manage to put a video up because I just don't feel it. And yeah, like I said, this isn't a job. I'm only going to do it when it's fun to do it. Okay, so my diamond painting goals. First of all, and this is like a kind of general one, but something I really want to put into practice, is to stop putting off the big kits. I buy quite a few large diamond paintings, and that's just because of my tastes. You know, I really enjoy big detailed pieces, so they tend to be rendered at a large size. And then I'm not daunted about taking on a big project as such. I think a little bit it ties back to this channel, and I want to diamond paint what I want to diamond paint, but there's always a little voice in the back of my head thinking about content and thinking, you know, if I only work on big kits, I'm not going to have many finishes, I'm not going to have many kits to kit up, although I haven't really done a kit and tap video in ages. And all of that kind of thing. And I think it's just, yeah, they take a while is all. I did finish a big kit recently, and that was my mystery kit post review that I put up last week. That was a big and beastie. I did do it in a little over a month, which is the quickest I've ever done a big kit. It did have a reasonable amount of colour blocking mixed in amongst the confetti, so that was part of that. But I did also talk in that about how I had some thoughts about just the main reason I think some people are quicker than others is they just make more time for it. And I know that I do not necessarily make as much time for diamond painting as I would like to. You know, I work, so I can't diamond paint all day, but then in the evening, I am terrible for procrastinating. You know, I'll be there on my phone, I'll be scrolling, I'll think, oh, I'll put it down any minute and go diamond paint, and then it's an hour later and I'm still doom scrolling, and it's not healthy at the best of times, and it is keeping me from more productive hobby time. So I would really like to shift my focus more and actually just make more diamond painting time. And then that goes hand in hand with tackling more big projects, not allowing myself to be daunted by them, because if it does take me a couple of months, so what if I really love the image? So yeah, I want to stop putting off the biggest ones. So I'd really like to get, you know, a good 2 or 3 big completions in. And by big, I mean, you know, what I call the big and beasties, the ones that are sort of 70 centimeters in one direction and, you know, maybe over 90 in the other. So that is my first one, and I haven't attributed any particular numbers to it, just that I would like to shift my attitude on it. Work through the reluctance that I know I always feel to start a big project. I have so many kits that I adore that are big, and I want to get to them. Okay, point number 2. It's sort of a riff on something that I've seen other creators talking about. I watched a video from Courtney at Diamond Paintings, Our Girl's Best Friend, and she was talking about always having her oldest kit on the go, and I really like that. And I think that came from something that Lizette Crafts and Tells is doing, where she's issued a kind of challenge called Refresh Your Stash, which as I understand it, the gist of it is just to be working on your oldest kits, clearing them out of your stash. And that seems like a very positive and worthwhile goal to me. So I would like to always have my oldest kit on the go. So I'm not necessarily putting any numbers on it, like I want to clear the X oldest kits, but amongst my whips, one of them, which I'm actively working on, should be my oldest. So that means that the first one I'm probably going to kit up some point soon in January is Steadfast Heart. I'll put a picture up on the screen now, which is a Dimitra Milan, which I got ages ago, absolutely love, but it's a round kit and I don't always get around to round kits very, very often. So there's that one, and then it'll probably be Weekend in Paradise, I think is my next oldest, which is an Abraham Hunter kit, which again I love. It's a big and beastie one, so it ticks off a few things. And then the next one after that is where it gets a bit tricky, because that's All Things Become Love, which is a Dean Russo picture. Again, I'll put a picture on the screen. And if you did watch my 10 kits I can't bring myself to work on video back in the summer, that was very much about kits that I love so much that I can't bring myself to work on them because then they'll be done. And this one was on that list. So I don't know. I might give myself a pass on that if I don't feel it when I get to it. I'm not gonna force myself to work on a kit that I really treasure before I'm ready to do it. So I might skip that. But if it's not something that was on that list that is amongst the ones that I really just have a lot of feelings about working on and having done, then I will be working on them more or less in order to tick off my oldest. So these ones I mentioned are kits that I bought in 2022. I don't have any older than that in my stash. Everything that's older has either been worked on or destashed. So I just have a few from 2022, and then there's a lot from like 2023 onwards. If I get to a kit in this order and I really don't want to work on it, and it's not because I treasure it too much, then my challenge to myself is to seriously consider destashing it. So yeah, I'm not going to be rigid about it, but I do want to clear down some of my oldest kits, essentially, is what this one's about. My next point is to always have one round and one square kit on the go as a minimum, so that I can stop putting off rounds. Because again, much like the big kits, I do put off working on round kits, and it's a little bit different. It's more because I know I don't enjoy round drills quite as much as I enjoy square drills. But at the same time, you know, I have beautiful artwork in round drills. I don't dislike working with round drills. I just don't enjoy it as much. So I need to stop putting those off. So I will hopefully always have at least one of each. Charlie is absolutely loving a bit of a stroke down here in my lap. I wonder if you can see. There he is. Next up. I'm a little on the fence about this now since opening it last night. So, as I already said earlier in this video, I did a monthly series of mini dazzles. That's a mini dazzle set that was for the months of the year from Diamond Art Club last year, and I really enjoyed it. A little while ago, I was watching a creator do an unboxing, and they had something from Forever Young Diamonds, and I had a look. And I saw that they had a monthly set, so I bought it. I haven't managed to do an unboxing for it, and I'm kind of now at the point where I need to start working on it, so that's not going to happen. So I'll have a quick look at it with you here now. They had a monthly set, which I really, really like the look of. Like, if anything, I like the images more than last year's. They're a little bit bigger. Last year's were sort of 6 by 4 inches, and these look like they're more 5 by 7. I opened it up last night to kit it up. And the first thing I thought was, wow, that's a lot of drills. And then I got to the sticky labels, and it's quite complicated. So it's going to be reversed for you, but you get the gist of it. There's a lot going on. This side, it's broken down all the colours in each individual month. This side is all the colours, and there's 79. And yeah, I was going to kit it up and then get January's done in advance, but I just didn't fancy kitting up 79 colours last night. So I'll try and do it in the next couple of days and not leave it too late. But yeah, it's a little bit throwing me for a loop, but hopefully I will get that kitted up and do that soon, because the images are really fun. I'm going to show you them now. So they come like, they're like cards. So they're going to be good for mounting in a, what's the word I'm looking for? Photo frame for my desk. So they're like postcards. So on the back it says the month, and it has a little writing space. So that is January. Sorry, you're going to have glare from my ring light, but there's not a lot I can do about that. They're all out of order as well. So let me try and find the next one. They're completely out of order. I don't know why. So February. How is that supposed to go? It's supposed to go like that. Okay, so it's like a frozen river, something along those lines. And then March is that one, which is very pretty. It looks like cherry blossom, which I thought was more of an April thing, but who knows. And then April is a nice spring-like stream, lots of green colours coming in. These are square drills, by the way. May is this one. I wouldn't say it has a lot to do with May, but seasonally in terms of flowers and things, it's got a nice spring-like vibe. And then it's June. Why are they so muddled? June, we're going camping. July looks like we're on holiday. August. Oh, definitely on holiday now. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Oops, they've all fallen over. No, that was August. Have I missed a month? I'm getting confused about what I've shown you. No, I'm not. I've just forgotten what I've shown you. So that was August. So September, we're now getting into autumn, of course. October, yeah, they've always got pumpkins. And then November, we're getting into a nice wintry landscape. Love the colours in that one. And then December. So these have got a lot more going on than last year's set, the bigger sizes, and they're really pretty images. So I would definitely like to do those. I need to be in the zone to kit up 79 colours. Because I've really gone off kitting up in recent months. It's a bit of a pain. But also I need to choose a storage box that I'm okay with being taken up for the whole year. Because it's one thing if I start a general whip and I don't know, you know, how long it's going to be in use, but I know that one's going to be in use all year. So that is another goal, is to get those underway and start working on them every month. The next point I have is a repeat of last year, and it's just to try a new shop other than Forever Diamonds, because that's a given, but they will be a new shop for me. Forever Young, not Forever Diamonds. I can't get it straight in my head. So there's quite a few I would like to try. I have a Create Love Share in my stash. I have a Craftably in my stash, but then that one is in my 10 Diamond Paintings. Ow, the teeth and claws have come out again. That is in my 10 Diamond Paintings that I can't bring myself to work on because it's the only one I have from Craftably, and I love the image, and I can't get more because they have closed. It's a difficult economy. Like, I know all about it as someone who has a shop. Like, people do not have as much money to spend on luxuries like hobbies. I saw recently that Enabler's Outpost is closed, which is really sad because they seem like such an established, popular shop, and I always meant to try them and I haven't. So yeah, I would love to try some new ones. So I have a couple of options in my stash. I'm still looking for something to try from Oroloa because I hear really good things about them, but they don't seem to have that much that's my taste. And then the artists that I do like that they have, I haven't loved the rendering pictures. I think it's difficult because a lot of these shops don't have the, oh, he's grooming my thumb, which is like all very sweet, but he's going to rub all my skin off. What was I gonna say? Yeah, maybe they just don't have the like the programs to do a really clear rendering picture, but the colors often look off and then it puts me off, so I need to just try one. Diamond Painting Shop is another one I'd like to try, like shop spelled SHOPPE. I've seen lots of people try them and have good experiences, so there's loads that I could try. I'm not sure. I'm not that picky with art, but I guess I always feel pickier when it comes to looking at a new shop because I don't know if the rendering style will suit me, and I'm a bit nervous about trying a new project and then not enjoying it. Dude, you're gonna take all the skin off my hand. Okay, next point is at least one from my favorite artists. Richard Lorenz and Cat Fedora. Cat Fedora I'm already working on too for the Apprentice comparison project. So I guess I mean another one. I have a few square Cat Fedoras from Mooney Made. So it'd be fun to try one of those because I have done a Mooney Made Cat Fedora before, but that was a round drill kit. I've also got a couple of new square Cat Fedoras on order from Jaded Gem Shop at the moment. I ordered the mystery kit back in about October. I haven't got that yet. She did have some issues. She posted an update that there was a consignment that got damaged in some way, so they've had to reorder it. And then the other one I only ordered on, I think it was Cyber Monday when she had a good sale on. So I wouldn't expect that for a bit yet because her timelines are sort of 8 to 12 weeks, and she's actually just had a baby, so congratulations to her. So yeah, that might cause some extra delays. So yeah, anyway, basically I have a few options for Cat Fedoras. but I'm not sure which. I probably lean towards one of the Mooney Made squares, so I'm trying something a little bit different too. And then Richard Lorenz, I've got so many options. So many Richard Lorenzes in my stash. So maybe I should go back and try one of the oldest. That might be a way to narrow it down. But yeah, there's loads I would love to work on. I think last year I really had in mind to work on Special Delivery and I didn't. So maybe that one. We shall see. That's also quite big. Takes off another don't be intimidated by big and beastie kits option. So yeah. I want to, next up, this is to clear down all my current whips by my end of year review in April. So I currently have, I believe, 4 whips. I have Laundry Black Cats, which I'm about to put on my easel and have another go at. And I may get that done in one go. It depends. I'm finding it a little samey. I get bored of it quite quickly, but we'll see. Maybe I can power through. And then I also have Gull Point Lighthouse, I think it's called. Loving that one. I've got the half to do that's got a lot of confetti, so it's going to be quite slow going, but very doable by April. The one I'm not so sure about is the comparison project, because I think I need to do 2 more double rows to get that done, as in a row on each canvas. So it's quite a lot in total, and I tend to have quite long breaks between updates. So we'll see. I would like to do another row of each soon, hopefully January, and then we'll see. If I do that, I could maybe finish it off in March. But that one I'm a little unsure on. The other 2 I would definitely like to have done. My next point was that I want to do a Becca Tyndall kit. She's an artist I really, really enjoy, and I've never actually worked on one of hers. I've been lucky enough to be sent several of her kits for sneak peeks for Diamond Art Club, so I feel like particularly in that instance, I should definitely try one. A little unsure which to do because I've got so many gorgeous ones, and a lot of them are very big, so that's been probably the main reason I haven't got to them, is what I was talking about before, where I tend to put off big and beastie kits. So yeah, I'd like to have one of them underway. The next point is to do my custom kit, or at least start it. So I think I have mentioned this on a video that if you watched my mystery box unboxing video, I got a gold card, and I mentioned that was the last card that I needed to get a custom kit from Diamond Art Club via their Treasure Quest rewards program. And I put a little note on screen that by the time I was editing, I'd managed to get in touch with the artist and get her permission. So shortly after that, I paid her some money for the use of it. And she sent me the image, and I have sent it off to Diamond Art Club. So I'll mention how all that went once I get the kit and do an unboxing. It didn't go the most smoothly because one of the gold cards that I had a printing error. It was like double printed, and I could not read what it said. I literally sat there for about half an hour trying different combinations of the letters and numbers I thought might be the code. And then in the end, I sent a picture of it to customer services, and they very kindly sent me a replacement code. So I got my order in. Didn't go that smoothly, but if it weren't for that one card, I would say the process was pretty smooth and easy. Just took a bit of time entering all the codes. So yeah, I'm waiting for that currently. I have heard back from the team, told them, you know, what shape of drills I want, square, and that I don't mind what size it is, just whatever they need to do to render it well. Look at this little baby. He's asleep on my shoulder. So I'm just waiting to hear back, which she said normally we'll get back to you in a couple of weeks with a picture of the render. It might be a bit slower because obviously we're going through the Christmas period. And then once they get it into the factory, it normally takes a couple of weeks, but we've got Chinese New Year coming up. So it depends if they can get it into the factory early enough. We'll see. I might be waiting a while, I guess, if we don't manage to get it done before Chinese New Year, or I might have it quite soon. I will definitely be doing an unboxing video of that. So that is one that I want to crack on with, because the temptation with that would be to kind of mentally queue it up with the ones that I can't bring myself to work on because it's too special. And it is very special, but I really want to have that one done so I can hang it on my wall. I don't hang many paintings on my wall. I don't have the wall space, but the image that I have chosen is really special to me. It is a style of abstract art that I love, but it is representing a very specific niche area of West Wales that is very special to me and my family because we have a caravan there. And it's my favourite place in the whole world. And the artist coincidentally had done an image of that specific area in this gorgeous, bright, colourful abstract style. So it is me to a T. So yeah, I do want to actually not let myself hoard that one, but get on with it and have it done for my wall. So yeah, at least start my custom kit is what I have on my list. The next one is something a little bit different for me. Start a paper logbook. I have thought about doing a logbook so many times over the years. I have got great logbook inserts. I've got all the options, but I've never got around to actually starting it. And I've watched a couple of creators recently use theirs for flip throughs or to go through like their finishes for the year. Diamonds and Washi has always kept one. Courtney over at Diamonds are a Girl's Best Friend. Again, she did one. And it appealed to the nerd in me to have this like big fat book filled with all the images and just like freestyle notes. I decided against using logbook inserts. They're fabulous, but I don't want to feel like I have to include certain information, which I will if there's a space for it. I just want to do it kind of free flow, somewhere I can stick in the images and just write, when I worked on it, what number of finish it is for me or number of starts in my order. I can't even remember how many diamond paintings I've done since I started now. It's not that high a number because I don't get through that many a year. But yeah, all of that kind of thing. And then just, some of my thoughts on it, that kind of thing. And it will help when I do post reviews, but it's also just for me. So I've got one on order and then I will start it probably with either my next finish or my next start from now on. Like I'm not going to try and catch up. I think probably it will be my next start because then I can count up how many starts I've had and then put that number in. Whereas if I try and work it out with whips, it's going to be complicated. It's got to be correct, you see. I can't bodge it. I need to get it right. So yeah, that is what I will do with that. And then the last one, which I added last night because I was just thinking about it, was that in April this year, it will be my 5th anniversary of diamond painting. I started in April 2021. So I thought it would be nice to start a special diamond painting for my 5th anniversary. So that probably means going for one of these kits that were in that video in August. The 10 I couldn't bring myself to work on, the really special ones. I'm not sure which. It might not end up being one of those because maybe something else will come out first. Maybe that's when my custom will come. I'm not sure. I just thought it would be nice to have a kind of landmark, important to me kit to work on around that anniversary. And that is it. So yeah, I don't think this video is too long, which is probably about right because you don't want to be sat there staring at my face for too long. Although Charlie's a good distraction. But yeah, those are my thoughts and plans and hopes and wishes and goals for diamond painting in 2026. I haven't included any goals for the shop this year. It's just to keep ticking on, keep trying to add new products, all the usual things you would expect. I already said I don't have any specific plans for the channel. It's just about my hobby. I think I feel quite motivated recently. Doing that Christmas mystery kit in nowhere near as long as I thought it would take me really inspired me to feel like I can get through them. My stash is bigger than I ever wanted it to be right now. And it's getting to a point where it can be hard to decide what kit I want to work on next. And I want to spend less time worrying about what kits to work on and just get through them, basically. I suppose is the goal, is just to have lots of diamond painting time and tick off a few things that I would really like to have done on that list. So yeah, that's it from me. Despite what I said earlier about this being my 99th video, I would love to put up a 100th video, but most likely this will be my last video of the year. So happy new year, guys. I hope that you have had a wonderful festive period, whether you were celebrating Christmas or just having a bit of a break. And if you've got nice plans for New Year's tomorrow, let me know, drop it in the comments. I will be having a little party with my husband and son. It's something we've done the past few years. We like to make a fuss of New Year's, but we don't necessarily like to go out and do anything fancy. We just have a party at home. We get dressed up. We make a 3-course dinner, which usually we all get involved in. We have some cocktails and mocktails. My son loves a mocktail. And then we do something fun, you know, we play games, we watch a film, whatever it might be. We'll spend the evening together, see the new year in at midnight, watching Big Ben in London. This is where our fireworks are. You know, every country has like a big fireworks display, usually in the capital city, doesn't it? In the UK, there are fireworks over the Thames River by Big Ben, the famous clock that you might know of in London. And we always watch that. So there'll be a big countdown, then we'll watch the fireworks, probably sing Auld Lang Syne, the three of us, ring my family who will all be up partying in different parts of the country. And then, yeah, part of the deal is that my son gets to stay up as late as he wants to. So it'll probably be a late one. We'll probably be up till about 3 based on previous years, because he likes to try and, you know, push the boat out a little more each year, stay up a little longer. We'll see. But yeah, looking forward to it. And I hope that whatever you are doing, whether you are doing something similar, whether you're going to a big party, or whether you're just having a quiet one and you're not going to actually stay awake for the new year, I hope whatever you're doing, you have a wonderful time. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for all your support of my channel this year and all the others. I appreciate you more than you know. And from me and Charlie, bye-bye.